So, you're in Chennai and you've got big plans to head abroad, right? That's awesome. But before you go, there's a crucial step you can't miss: getting your educational documents verified through something called HRD Attestation. Now, it can sound a bit intimidating, but don't worry. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break it all down: what it is, why it's so important, and how you can get it done without pulling your hair out. Let's get right into it.
That dream of moving abroad for a new job or for your studies, it's incredibly exciting. But then, there's the paperwork. It can feel like this giant wall standing between you and your goal. For anyone from Chennai, one of the first big hurdles is getting your documents authenticated. And yeah, it can be a major source of stress, but understanding it is the first step to conquering it.
All right, so let's start with the big one. Why does this all even matter? Well, think of HRD Attestation as the official key that unlocks your documents for international use. Seriously. Without it, to authorities in another country, your hard-earned degrees are, well, they're just pieces of paper.
And let's be clear, this isn't some optional little step, no way. HRD attestation is absolutely mandatory if you want to get into a foreign university, if you need a work visa, or if you're migrating. It's the official government seal that says, yes, these documents are real. And here's the kicker: you have to get this done before you can even think about the next steps, like an apostille or embassy attestation. It's the foundation for everything else.
Okay, so we get it. It's super important. But what in the world is it really? Let's crack the code on this official-sounding term. It's actually a lot simpler than it sounds once you break it down.
In the simplest terms, HRD Attestation is a stamp of approval from the state government. It's the Human Resource Department officially saying they've checked with the university or school board that issued your document, and they can confirm it's 100% legit. It's the government basically co-signing for you, saying, yep, this document is the real deal.
And this applies to pretty much all of your important academic paperwork. We're talking about everything from your 10th and 12th grade certificates all the way up to your bachelor's, your master's, even your PhD. Your transcripts and transfer certificates need it too. Basically, if it's an educational document you plan on using overseas, it needs this official check.
So you know what it is, you know why you need it. Now, how do you get it done yourself? Well, this is where things can start to feel like you're trying to navigate a maze. Let's walk through the official do-it-yourself process.
Just look at these steps. First, you have to find the right office at the university or school board that issued your document. Then you have to figure out which regional authentication center, or RAC, you need to go to. You submit your documents there, but wait, you're not done. Not even close. You then have to take them to your university for their own attestation. And then you have to go all the way back to the RAC to submit them again for that final HRD stamp. It's a lot of running around.
And this flow chart right here, it perfectly shows just how tangled this web can get. Look at all those arrows. Your precious documents are literally bouncing between the HRD department, your university, and other state offices. Every single arrow is another step, another potential delay, another chance for something to get lost in the shuffle. And for every single one of those trips, you'd better have all your ducks in a row. You need the original certificate, no copies. You need passport photocopies, passport-sized photos, and the application form that you can only get at the RAC itself. If you forget even one of these items, you guessed it, that's a completely wasted trip.
Now let's talk about the real cost of trying to navigate this maze by yourself. And I'm not just talking about the fees. I'm talking about your time, your energy, and frankly, your sanity. 30 working days. That is the minimum time you can expect this to take, a whole calendar month. And we've seen that it can easily stretch out to 45 working days, depending on how busy things are. That's a month and a half of just waiting while your future plans are on hold. And this quote right here, it just says it all. For a working professional, or for someone who lives in a different city from where their documents were issued, taking weeks off work to make all these trips is just not practical. It really highlights how tough the DIY approach can be in the real world.
Okay, after hearing all of that, I know it sounds like a total headache. But here's the good news. There is a much, much better way to handle this. A way to bypass the stress, the endless travel, and all the uncertainty. Let's look at the solution.
Let's just put it side by side. On one hand, you have the do-it-yourself process, multiple trips, confusing timelines, and hidden costs. On the other hand, when you use a professional service like Secure Apostille Services, you get free document pickup, expert handling so things stay on schedule, clear pricing, and you just don't have to worry about it. It's convenient and dependable.
So there you have it.
You understand the process, you see the challenges, and you know there's a much easier path. Now it's just about deciding what the best next step is for your documents and for your future.
Ultimately, your energy is so much better spent preparing for your amazing new life abroad, not standing in line at some government office. The right approach can save you a huge amount of time, money, and stress, and it lets you focus on what really, truly matters.
If that simpler path sounds like the right one for you, then the next step is as easy as it gets. For a totally free consultation to get every single one of your questions answered, all you have to do is make the call. You can get expert advice and start getting your documents ready for the world completely stress-free.